is now. And welcome to the Svk Crypto Podcast. 15 minutes of crypto fame.
My name's Charles Story. I'll be your host for the next 15 minutes. We're coming live from the City of London, so let's get down to business. It's today in London, it's Thursday the 19th of November. The weather's pretty bland, but what can you expect for this time of year? Let's get down to the prices. We currently have Bitcoin trading at $5,679. That's up 7.74% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum, we currently have that trading at $323. That's up around 3% in the last 24 hours. Ripple, that's down at 20 cents. So that's down around 7% in the last 24 hours. Litecoin, we currently see that around $60. That's up nearly 9% in the last 24 hours. Dash, we currently have that at $294, and that's roughly up 3.5% in the last 24 hours. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who just tweeted us, emailed in, downloaded, and subscribed to our podcast. It means a lot. Please keep the emails coming. I really love getting emails from you guys out there. So please keep them coming. Let's get on with the next part of the show.
Crypto News Flash. 5 crypto news stories from around the world.
So our next story, protection could help legitimize controversial ICOs. So the rise of the ICOs has been unprecedented, but then so has the Wild West. Nature, as many have turned out to be nightmares for investors. ICOs have become a target for cyber criminals and are easy prey due to the misunderstood vulnerabilities and logic flaws. The ongoing attacks on ICOs, along with the unregulated and unprecedented nature, has seen many governments try and control them harshly in order to protect their citizens against dangers. However, if ICOs could offer an in-house protected service, perhaps they could go a long way in helping legitimize and actually protecting themselves on the groundbreaking funding method that they are. The ICO minefield. ICOs, in their brief history, have already cracked over $150 billion raised so far. However, there has been more than estimated $150 million in losses and stolen due to cybercrime. I mean, absolutely, I really agree with what this person's saying here. But I think with ICOs in the way they are, there's always going to be a lot of scams out there. There's going to be some regulation coming into this field at some stage, and then it's going to be pretty tricky having an ICO. There's probably going to be a few things you need to do to protect everyone getting involved, maybe make everyone a little bit more aware. I've seen so many scams, and people do okay with them. One of them at the minute's out there. I'm not going to name it, but there's many out there. You can just Google them, have a little look at who they are, and look into the background of the people, and they've never done anything in their lives. I mean, there's loads of scams out there. But what would be great if you could get in touch with me with any scams that you feel, or any ICOs you feel are scams, and we can do some due deal over here at SVK Crypto and get back to you and give you our opinion and on our thought. So please get in touch if you feel that one of the companies you're looking at present is a little bit dodgy. We're more than happy to go through it for you and get back to you with all the research. Our next story today, Bitcoin exchange local Bitcoins post fourfold trading volume increase in Venezuela. So a decentralized Bitcoin exchange, Local Bitcoins, has announced a fourfold increase in its Bitcoin trading volume since June in Venezuela. This substantial increase reflects the phenomenal rise in demand for the cryptocurrency in the country and in other emerging markets. According to the company, its trading volume of Bitcoin in the last 3 months has increased to 40 billion Venezuelan bolivars, from about 9 billion bolivars previously. The increase occurred despite the lack of clear cryptocurrency regulations and policies in the country. Venezuela's financial and banking systems have continuously suffered from hyperinflation and the rapid devaluation of the country's national currency over the last year. Venezuela's crackdown on digital currency mining activities. Based on local media reports, a huge number of university graduates, young entrepreneurs, and other professionals have turned to cryptocurrency mining in order to generate sufficient income to fund their day-to-day activities and feed their families. Aside from Bitcoin, the other cryptocurrencies mined include Dash, Zcash, and Ethereum. The Venezuelan authorities, however, have launched a crackdown against digital currency mining. In a report by Jim Epstein of Reason.com, the police have arrested 4 Bitcoin miners. The report cited the statement issued by the federal police agency. I'm going to pronounce this, you have to bear with me. Cuerpo de investigaciones científicas penales y criminalísticas. No, that's completely wrong, but its initials are CIPC. Do forgive me. Director Douglas Rico regarding the arrest. So this guy, Douglas Rico, he's not allowing cryptocurrency miners to make a living because there's no other alternatives to feed their families, has decided to post on his Instagram the following statement. Rico said that they were running more than 300 Bitcoin mining computers and selling them in Cúcuta, a Colombian town near the Venezuelan border, which is known as a place where Venezuelans go freely to trade boliviars and dollars without abiding by the government's strict currency controls. Rico also claimed that the miners' actions had affected the consumption and the stability of electricity service in Chalav, which I guess is somewhere in Venezuela. These 4 individuals aren't the first Venezuelan Bitcoin miners to be arrested. I mean, the country's an absolute freefall. If you had a way to make some money to feed your family, who are you to say no? I mean, sure, that's a no-brainer. And what are they going to do? How can you track all these guys down? I guess the only way they can do that is to track the electricity flow. But I mean, surely it's just a complete mess. I mean, even a way where someone can make some money, they're not breaking any laws per se. I mean, they're not doing anything morally wrong. And this law was only created since everything's gone into freefall, so it's a very recent law. I think that the government have this completely wrong, like most governments, and they need some justice over there for the people. So the last story today is also a great one. It's always good to finish on a great story. Is a story from CNBC, and it's regarding Goldman Sachs. So Goldman Sachs basically says Bitcoin is not the new gold. So this is how it kicks off. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are not the new gold, Goldman Sachs said. Bitcoin wallets are vulnerable to being hacked and the price is highly volatile. The investment bank said that precious metals are still the best long-term store of value. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are not the new gold, Goldman Sachs has noted, advising investors that they should buy into precious metals, saying that they remain a relevant asset class in portfolios. In a note to clients earlier this week, Goldman detailed the benefits of holding gold in a portfolio. The use of precious metals is not a historical accident. They're the best long-term store of value known to us in any elements, the investment bank said. But it also addressed the rise of cryptocurrencies. Many commentators have dubbed Bitcoin digital gold because of the fact it has a finite supply and has seen the price rise due to geopolitical tensions. Goldman concluded that Bitcoin is not a good store of value versus gold. And this is what they said: gold wins out of cryptocurrencies in majority of the key characteristics of money. Oh my god. And there was a little vote as well on this article, and it said, where do you see Bitcoin going from here? Above 10,000? The second one was 6,000 to 8,000, and the third one was Jamie Dimon is correct, you'll pay the price for buying. And the top one had 48%, so that's above 10,000. The second, 17%, and the third, Jamie Dimon is correct, is 36%. So it shows you kind of the people who are reading this junk. And then the article kind of talks about how it's not a sign, it's not really like a new technology, it's been around for quite a while, just very negative stuff. So let's do this. Let's move on to the top Twitter tweet of the day and get this rolling out.
Top Twitter tweet of the day.
The first tweet is from Andreas, and Andreas is a well-known speaker in the community. You can go follow him at AANTONOP. And his tweet today was, Bitcoin is a system of decentralized power which has resisted takeover for 8+ years. There are no leaders. I love that. That's a great quote, because people are always talking about leaders of Bitcoin and the fact that, you know, there's certain people in the community that are, and he's just kind of pointing out, look, there aren't. You know what I mean? It's not a centralized currency where you can go and meet the people that are in charge of it. That's not the situation, and everyone kind of who's in the scene understands that. The second tweet for today is from one of our followers, Paul, and you can go follow him at Paul_BTC. Great, I love the Twitter handle there. For what I can observe, poker players tend to love Bitcoin. I guess it's because they're trained to spot good risk reward plays. I love that. Alright guys, keep the good work up. Let's get moving to the next part of the show.
SVK's current global crypto view.
We've been looking at Flixo, and I'll just give a bit of background on Flixo. Flixo brings the innovation of smart contracts enabled by blockchain technology, along with the power of peer-to-peer file sharing to radically change the face of online video streaming. This is done through the use of the platform's tokens, Flix. Creators upload their content to the platform and then use a smart contract to determine the cost of Flix users will pay to watch their video. Awesome project. Their token symbol is Flix, Flixxo. The company's name is Flixo. We've got the hard cap at $24.6 million, and they're basically ICOing 33% of their company. We have the total supply of tokens is 1 billion Flix. We've got the crowd sale starting on October 24th. They're based on the Ethereum blockchain, so they're an ERC20 token, and the websites to go and check them out is www.flixo.com. So I think it's worth kind of checking them out real quick, seeing if they're up your street. They're a great company. But other than that, guys, it's a wrap. I've got to bounce. See you all tomorrow. We're going to do a Friday special, and we're also going to add in a few extra elements to the show. So please tune in tomorrow and check it out. Have a great evening.
You've been listening to an SVK Crypto Podcast original. Follow us on Twitter at SVK_crypto. Email us on cstorry@svkcrypto.com. Leave us a message on our website, www.svkcrypto.com.